from William B. Green Jr. Stadium and on campus of East Tennessee State University in Johnson City. We bid you a very pleasant good evening and welcome to 2022 Elizabethton Cyclone football. Richard Van Huss, Cassie Fowler, Stephen Van de Sandy, a very, very good one to do that against. The Daniel Boone Trailblazers, 7th in the state in 5A football. They're coming off a 70-7 pasting of Cherokee. They've also had a 35-0 win over Ridgeview and also a 23-0 win over South Green to get it started. So they've only allowed one touchdown all season long. You know our story. We got one touchdown against Science Hill. We did not score last week against Greenville, although we held the number one team in the state to 21 points. So I thought that was a great statement for our defense. But Coach Van Huss, good evening, sir. Welcome. 78 degrees. Beautiful night, as late John Ward said. It's football time in Tennessee, and it's football time in Elizabethton.
It absolutely is, and it's a great night for football, as you mentioned. William B. Green Stadium, beautiful facility, and we're just blessed to be able to play over here 2 years in a row. And Cyclone fans have been looking forward to this one, and like you said, an opportunity to kind of turn this thing around. The first two games, like you said, we played a very, very good Greenville football team last week, and again, for 2 weeks, the defense has played very, very well. So we expect that same type of performance tonight. And then the offense continues to grow and get better. And so looking forward to see their progress tonight.
Let's go back to 2019, kind of recap. This is the 37th meeting in this series. We lead at 35-2. They only beat us twice ever. And, of course, a couple of years back, we went at 35-12. Jake Roberts, Jaden Holly. You also had in the fray in that one, Cade Maupin. All those guys got involved in a 35-12 win back in 2019, one of our state championship runs. Then you go to 2020. That, of course, was the night in that steamy 81-degree night back on 9/11 in 2020 when the block by Ben Shrewsbury, the 23-yard field goal block by a guy by the name of Parker Hughes to hang on to win at 23-21. That was our 18th win in a row on that particular night. That was out of Nathan Hill Stadium. And then last year, of course, at home, we lead this series 35-2, and so we won it last year and got a pretty good W as well. We won it last year at our place. Final score was 20-13. It was a Roberts pass from Bryson Ronalds late in the ball game to give us the lead and hold on to win it 20-13. So we've got some mojo, but it's a young football team. We know that. Folks know the growing pains. Our offense has not done what it needs to be doing. So tonight we want to get come out of the doldrums, coach, and get it going. I think Boone's a good team to do that. They are outstanding defensively. But, again, you got to look and see. You always go strength of schedule. Is Boone as good as Greenville and Science Hill? We'll see. But, again, I think tonight our offense has been stymied by two pretty good defensive football teams.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, the competition that we've played speaks for itself. And, again, you said, as you mentioned, the defense has really stepped up in those two games. Again, when you're young, sometimes you press, you push a little harder, you put a little more pressure on yourself because of all the expectations of past years and things like that. These young guys have got to put that kind of stuff behind them and just focus on whatever their job is for that particular play. Take it one play at a time, and that's how you turn these things around. Someone makes a big play. This offense is one big play away from opening up. I truly believe that. We just haven't gotten that in the first 2 weeks.
So you look at some of the numbers of this football team. Again, you look at our yards passing and only 96 on the season. That's got all this has got to improve. There's no question. We know that. So I'm not coming on here to pound what we're not doing, but just give you an idea. This is not a typical Elizabethton offensive unit at this point as far as putting up points and putting up yardage. But again, as my dad used to say, the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield. What happened the last 2 weeks is behind us. Tonight, we got a good Daniel Boone team here. We got to be ready to go. We got to get this offense cranking. We got to stop their offense. It's a high-powered defense, or their offense behind Luke Jenkins and some outstanding players. None better, really, coach, than Ben Shrewsbury. This guy, if he's not the best kicker in the state, he certainly is one of the best. The guy had a 42-yard field goal last week against Cherokee. He has on automatic kickbacks, 9 out of 10 times last week. So he's virtually automatic, and he is an outstanding talent. He's gotten some college offers already. Big weapon for their football team is their kicker, Ben Shrewsbury.
It really is. When you have a gentleman that can kick like that, and it's 3 points, it's a possession. And, so that is a real weapon. Like you said, the fact that teams are having to start on the 20-yard line each and every kickoff, that's a big deal. Had a chance to see him kick in the West Ridge game, and he is the real deal. He's the total package from the kicking game. So the Cyclones will have to do some things there to try to neutralize that and find ways to counter.
Our leading tacklers on the football team defensively, Eli Williams, our Mike linebacker with 34 tackles, Mason Ball with 19, Wesley Shankles with 14, Eli Guest with 9, Dalton Mitchell's made 8, and the secondary, Cade Russell's made 7, Nate Stevens made 6. Our player of the game last week, he was tickled to death. Saw him come off the practice field today. They said, Mr. Taylor, thank you for making me the player of the game. I said, I'd make you. You earned it. And so Landon Hughes with 6 tackles, and also J.C. Andes and Teddy Orton also getting 6 tackles so far in this young season. The other player of the game, we got a pretty good kicker too, Coach. Mason Williams, he was a huge weapon for us last Friday night down in Greenville.
He sure was. He sure was. He's put in the time and the effort to improve his game as well, and that's shown in his performance thus far. Another weapon to help counter Boone's kicker as well.
It's a non-conference night in our conference, so who else is playing where? Well, you have tonight, you have Seymour hosting Cock County, the Fighting Cocks. Greenville, big ball game tonight. Greenville, number 1 in the state and number 1 in our region right now. They're at Morristown West, who's number 10 in the state in 5A, both undefeated. They'll do that one at Burke Tony Stadium. That's a big football game. Sullivan East, we'll see them in a couple of weeks at home tonight against Johnson County. Granger, the Grizzlies, have the Chucky Doak Black Knights tonight at 7:30, and the Volunteer Falcons have a week off. So everybody's in action this week in non-conference except, again, Jesse McMillan's Volunteer Falcons. More of the pregame show from William B. Green Jr. Stadium on a beautiful night for football. 78 degrees, going to be gorgeous. Going to drop down a little bit more, of course, when the sun goes down. So got a little twinge of fall in the air. More of the pregame show brought to you by Valvoline Express Care. As you're listening to and watching, we're so glad to tell you that, video and audio, you're listening and watching Elizabethton Cyclone football.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Do you like barbecue? Have you tried Big Dan's Barbecue on Elk Avenue in downtown Elizabethton? Pulled pork, brisket, burnt ends are their specialty. They also have ribs, of course, great ribs. Also, their fries are hand-cut. They cook it like they're cooking for family. They cook it low, and they cook it slow. Open 10 years, Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 8. Closed on Sundays and Mondays. Your burgers, by the way, cooked to order. Appetizers, fried pickles, fried mushrooms, fried green tomatoes, onion rings. Again, the sides are fries and potato chips and beans and collard greens, mac and cheese, baked potato salad. It's all available at Big Dan's Barbecue, Elk Avenue, downtown Elizabethton. Also, they do cater, and they can also drop off, pick up, and cater for you from 5 to 500. All you need to know is they're ready to help you. Big Dan's Barbecue, Elk Avenue, Elizabethton, 542-2272. 542-2272, or check them out on Facebook, Big Dan's Barbecue in downtown Elizabethton.
Is that? There you go. Well, I get a thumbs up. Okay. We're back. Hello. We're back again at William B. Green Jr. Stadium. Let's take a look at our lineups tonight. It may vary. We'll see, because we're a team trying to find our identity right now. There's no question about that, and you know that if you've been following the Cyclones. So here we go. Kyron Smalls scheduled to be our center tonight, 51. He is a 6'1", 265 sophomore. Right guard, Sam Bowers, number 78. Again, Bowers goes 6'4", 230, the senior. Right tackle, Caden Drain. Drain will come in at number 77 on the numbers. He'll go 6'4", 225, senior. Left guard, Seth Campbell, number 50. Seth will come in at 6'4", 315, a sophomore. There's some meat on the hoof up front. Pitzenbarger scheduled to go. He's 5'10", 235, junior. Your tight ends are Mason Ball, the junior, number 82. Ball comes in at 6'4", 225. The other tight end, Bradley Cannon, 6'4", 230. And Jacob Whitaker's back. He had to sit out that one-game suspension. He's back. Whitaker, the 6', 200-pound senior. He'll wear number 56 tonight. That is your offensive wall for the Cyclones of Elizabeth. And quarterback tonight, we have been told it could be Dalton Mitchell. It could be Gib Maupin. We'll see. It's a game-time decision. Mitchell, the senior, he wears number 18. Dalton Mitchell will go 6 foot 175. Also, Gib Maupin, he goes 6 foot 170. The junior. Your running back tonight, Coach. Here's a guy I think we got to have a big game tonight. Nate Stevens. He's got to take that ball. He's got to run with authority. And at 5'10", 175, he's got the breakaway speed. We're going to get him in the open, get him down the field, and turn him loose, because he has got blazing speed, and we just got to get him turned loose.
Yeah, again, we've just not been able to get our playmakers the ball in space where they can make a play, and you're exactly right. tonight's the night to get that untracked and get that rolling. And Nate is definitely one of those guys that we need to have a big offensive output if we have a chance to play well tonight.
Cade Russell, 6'2", 205", senior, again back there in that backfield. Your wideouts, Teddy Orton, the senior's caught the only touchdown of the season, the 45-yarder from Jeriah Griffin back in the Science Hill game. Number 19, Teddy Orton, is a senior, 5'11", 180. Also, Jeriah Griffin, the sophomore, number 9. He'll be out there. We get the ball to him. He's got the wheels, too, 5'11", 160, 10th grader. Bryson Rowland, number 13, ready to go if need be, 5'10", 160. Also, Eli Blevins, the junior, number 11. Blevins goes 6'1", 165. And it's great to see number 4 back, Cam Baker, who got hurt in the Science Hill game, 6'2", 210, junior. Baker's back out there tonight, and I anticipate him being used some this evening. He was out there. Coach was watching him in warm-ups. He's running around pretty good, so we anticipate seeing Cam Baker tonight.
Yeah, Cam played some very meaningful snaps last year, so to get him back after being out a week, and especially the injury, when it happened, it didn't look very good, and it looked like a scary injury, and just very thankful that he's able to back and play tonight.
On the defensive side of the football with the Cyclones, Mason Ball and Bradley Cannon, your drop-ins, you know that. The tackles can be anybody from Xavier Smalls, number 67. Again, not 67, but Xavier Smalls will wear a different jersey. 67 is Landon Hughes. Smalls will be, oh boy, I'll check on that in just a second. Xavier, I apologize. There he is. Fit 36. Yeah. 5'11", 225, junior for Smalls. Eli Guest, number 63. He'll be out there tonight, 6'2", 215, junior. The other defensive tackle will use Sam Bauer some from that offensive line. Also, you'll see and hear more than likely Markel Chappelle, number 33, the junior. Chappelle comes in at 6'2", 235. Also, Andrew Blevins should see some playing time tonight. J.C. Andes will see some playing time tonight. The 6'1", 200-pound junior wears number 55. Your linebacking core, Wesley Shankles, number 47, the senior. Eli Williams, the Mike linebacker, number 16, our leading tackler. Zeth Mullins back out there. Great to see. Zeth, 5'11", 170, the junior. Shankles, by the way, comes in. Shankles, his numbers on the season for Wesley, 5'9", 200-pound junior in double digits in tackles. And you also may hear from Caleb Holzer and the Jay Bird and Brock Stewart. These are some of the other guys you may hear about in the corners. Defensively, Dalton Mitchell, Jesse Whitehead, Cade Russell, and Jeriah Griffin are some of the guys you'll hear about tonight here again as we get ready to battle the 7th-ranked team in the state in 5A football, the Daniel Boone Trailblazers of Jeremy Jenkins. He comes in with a record of 114-86. Sean Whitten, our head football coach of the Cyclones. Whitten will come in with a let's see, Whitten's record coming into tonight's ball game will be 148-45 for head coach Sean Whitten. As we said, 2 state championships and state runner-up ain't too shabby. Speaking of that, here is the head coach, Sean Whitten, to give us his pregame thoughts about Daniel Boone. We're live here at William B. Green Jr. Stadium. You're watching and listening to Elizabethton Cyclone football.
Boone's played these games typically Saturday at 12. We ain't playing Saturday at 12, and so we have another opportunity. We're on the big stage, and that's why you play Cyclone football. That's why you come to Elizabethton, because every week you're going to get the other team's best shot. And so an opportunity for us, again, this year, there's only been 2 games at ETSU. We played in them both, and that's because of where our program's been. That's the respect that we get, and so we got a little bit kind of get back to kind of develop that underdog mentality. That's the mentality, all sports at Elizabethton. Your roster from 1 to 90 is never going to be always bigger, faster, stronger, more talented than the other roster. You got to play with a competitive edge. You got to play with, what they call a chip on your shoulder, kind of that underdog mentality. I'm sure we're a heavy underdog this week again. So Boone's big, they're strong. They're 9 seniors on defense, 2 juniors. The 2 juniors on offense are the quarterback and the running back. They're just a very good team. What stands out for you the most when you watch this team is it's the same group from 2021 and the same group from 2020. They're the same people, and they're really good at it. They got 2 all-state defensive ends. They're really big. They're strong. They are good at the skill positions, and they have a 5-star kicker. Their kicker is probably the best kicker in the state. Punting the ball, kickoffs, field goals. He is a big-time weapon.
The question, keys for us to beat them Friday night.
Well, consistency on offense. We got to help our defense. We got to find ways to scrap to get 5 yards. We got to sustain some first downs. Our philosophy and our formula, Tom, in a lot of ways is it's a little bit like Greenville's. Is Greenville kind of takes what you throw at them. They're not necessarily a huge big play team. They just rely on some guys to when they put the ball out in space, they make you miss, and you find ways to score on special teams and create turnovers on defense. But for us, I mean, I think that we got to sustain first downs. We've been time of possessions. Keep the offense on the other side of the field and do a better job of just consistently finding ways to stay on the field. Our defense is playing twice the many snaps as our offense, and so you talk about that. Cade, Nate, Teddy, Dalton, Jeriah, a lot of our skill guys there. They're flipping back over and playing offense, and we're kind of gassed in some ways, and so we got to find some consistency on offense to give us an edge.
We haven't been 0-2 for a long time. The kids I've been around this week, they're tired of hearing about it. They want to make a change. They want to do a 180. They're tired of being 0-2.
Well, 0-2 last time, 2012, we lost to Boone and Science Hill, and then we won 11 straight games and went to the semifinals. So there's a lot of shared experiences. I've been in this long enough to, people to know that, unfortunately, when you start a season with 2, you got to play. You can go a lot of different ways. Our guys are tough. They're coming to work every day. Super proud of their mentality. We're not where we want to be, but we got to find a way to get there. So I think that the biggest part we got to do is we got to continue to play for each other. We got to continue to compete at a high level. We got to do our job. Guys get focused on trying to step up and make plays and trying to kind of step out there. And try to not so much play super aggressive, but they're kind of trying to make overdo a play. You got to allow the game to come to you. You can't force the situation. We got to just do a better job on that, and then we got to kind of create opportunities for us to score. Be an opportunistic defense, create turnovers, get our batted balls, tip balls, strip the ball, and find a way to do a better job in the kicking game where we can get field position. So, the hardest part for us right now is we're not flipping the field. We're not punting the ball and pinning them inside the 10-yard. We're not making their defense have to go, the length of the field. So for us, I mean, that's just a game changer. With the way we've been able to win in the past. We've been able to punt them down in the end zone, make them go the length of the field, allow them to make the mistakes. So we just got to do a better job on that. Our guys came to work on Monday ready to go. We had a good practice yesterday. And so, I think, we even though we like to talk about our program being on top, I mean, you got to have that underdog mentality. And so that's what we've kind of went back to is, we are the underdog. Friday night when the game was over, I try to Greenville beating us was a big deal. They made it a big deal. It's still a big deal for them to beat us. My youth team got beat Saturday against South Green. Beating Elizabethton in youth football is a big deal. Beating Elizabethton in volleyball is a big deal. So these guys got to get back to they understand that they'll put on the orange and black. There's got to be you're an underdog most 9 times out of 10, and so that's the way we got to go play.
We're with you, brother. Cyclone Pride.
Also, please remember the 2 students from David Crockett who are currently in the hospital as a result of a car accident this week. Let's observe a moment of silence. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention is directed to the north end of the playing field where cadets from the ROTC at Elizabethton and Daniel Boone are prepared to advance our national colors. Once the colors are presented, our national anthem will be sung by the Reflections at Daniel Boone High School under the direction of Melissa Powers.
Is that not cool? That looks good right there. The Stars and Stripes. Wow. Great job, Daniel Boone, ROTC. That's awesome. Cyclones getting ready to come out of the helmet across the way here in a few minutes, but here's the national anthem down on the field by the reflections from Daniel Boone. Gosh, it looks good. Coach, that looks sharp.
It really does.
Me, oh my. That'll get you fired up, your wood's wet right there, folks.
And this is also some cadet corps members from Elizabethton with the Boone ROTC as well.
Awesome. Stars and stripes look pretty good, folks. In the shadows now, out here in the full sun as the sun's setting here in Johnson City. Leave these young people ready to belt it out here, our national anthem of the greatest country in the world. Wow. Awesome job, folks. Awesome, awesome. Our verse of the day, Psalms 91:2. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and on Him I lean and rely on Him, and in Him I confidently trust. It's our verse today. We unashamedly present the King of Kings and Lord of Lords during His broadcast. That is our verse of the day for this football game. Coach, get ready. You're getting ready to see him out here. Cassie Fowler's got the camera dialed into the helmet. Get ready to bring him out on the field here. The Cyclones 0-2. We're getting ready to get the keys from Coach Van Husser in just a second. We want to capture, and here they come. The Cyclones down the field in their traveling white tops and black bottoms. There's American flags and also the branch of our military. Tonight it's all American flags and Tuffy. Normally we have the branches. We'll have that Friday night when Granger comes down our next home game. Coach, keys tonight to beat a very good football team. They're big, they're powerful, they're led by Luke Jenkins. They're the real deal. Aiden Reiner, the running back there. You got Kirkpatrick, got Shrewsbury, got a big line. They're physical. What do we got to do to beat them tonight, sir?
Well, first of all, the defense has to continue to play like they have the first 2 weeks. As you mentioned, Boone is a very balanced offensive team. They can throw and run, and so we've got to try to do our best to try to make them one-dimensional, force them into beating us in one phase of the game as opposed to being balanced. Offensively, again, we just have to stay poised. We talked about this last week, about playing with poise. Offensively, everyone's got to focus on doing their job, and we've got to focus on one play at a time. And eventually, like we've said, someone for the Cyclones on the offensive side is going to make a big play, and I really think it's going to turn this offensive team loose. As always, when you play a good team and when you're kind of led by your defense, offensively you can't have any turnovers. So we have to limit our turnovers on offense as well. We certainly can't give this potent Boone offense any extra possessions. So that's the keys to the game.
Co-captains out on the field as Daniel Boone comes racing out on the field. With the cheers of the Red Army from Daniel Boone High School, here's your co-captains, Wesley Shankles. Also out there will be Eli Williams, number 16. Also, you have 25 of the Cyclones. Call out the name of Mason Williams, our player of the game a week ago, and then the last one will be Bradley Cannon. For Daniel Boone, let's see if we can catch him real quick before they flip the coins, or flip the coin toss. I got to switch glasses. Lord have mercy, getting old. Luke Scott, number 51. Who else out there, Coach? Number 7. That would be Hagan Edwards. Who else is out there, sir? Number
13. Did you get 13?
13 and 21. 13 for Boone will be Landon Kirkpatrick, and 21 will be Ryland Trout. So that's your co-captains, again, in their old gold and red uniforms. The coin toss has been won and deferred by the Cyclones, I think, Coach. I was looking at the.
That's correct.
So we have deferred. We'll get the second half kickoff. Boone will get it first. They will look and turn and go left to right into the scoreboard here at Wayne B. Green Jr. Stadium. Quick break. We'll be ready to go. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Elizabethton Cyclone football live against Daniel Boone at East Tennessee State University.
Well, hello again. This is Pastor Fowler, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church. And I want to invite you to some special things we have going on this fall. I love the fall, the beautiful days, and it won't be long before the leaves will be turning. But I love the clear skies, and so we want to invite you to be with us September Sunday nights. We call it Singing and Preaching. And we have some special guests each Sunday night, and then some special music playing. I want you to come be a part of that. And then also, don't forget, October the 8th, we'll have our Fall Festival for the young people, and that'll be Saturday afternoon, and then our homecoming on October 9th. So let's make the most of this fall and serve the Lord Jesus Christ with our lives.
Happy birthday to Pastor Fowler, 53, 54, 52, somewhere through there. Yeah, I'll hear about that. That's okay. He's in his 4s, but we like to rag him a little bit. Give him some. He rags everybody else, doesn't he, Cassie? There you go. So we can rag him a little bit too. Cassie, our producer, Tammy Rustin, is doing a great job, and she is. Mason Williams tees it up, Coach. Again, we'll be ready to play this football game here in 78-degree temperature. It's a beautiful night for football here in the hills of East Tennessee. In my humble opinion, the greatest place in the world is East Tennessee. Although I'm born and raised in West Virginia, but man, this is home for me now, and I love East Tennessee. Williams ready to kick it away. We're in white tops, black bottoms, black numbers trimmed out in orange. It's the 180 game. Get this team in season turnaround. Here it goes. Williams on the drive. He'll take it back to the 1 yard line. Boone will bring it up to the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Tries to cut outside. Tries to turn the corner. Gets a 20 to the 25. And still on his feet. Nice run back by number 4. Making the stop for the tackle for the Cyclones. 25, call out Mason Williams, and also 44 for the Cyclones. Call out the name of sophomore Ben Adams. Nice return by number 4, Brandon Blankenship. Puts Boone in pretty good shape, Coach. 1st and 10. They'll set it up at the Boone 30-yard line, working left to right on the near hash mark.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job coverage up the middle. He was able to bounce it outside and get outside the contain man over here on the near sideline.
So it's 1st and 10. Boone will work to the near hash mark, working left to right, 3 to the far side, wide side of the field. Jeremy Jenkins, all kinds of deceptive formations. Tough to get ready for this football team. He's very crafty. Jenkins, quick throw to the near side, caught at the 35 and stopped right there. Good job. Wouldn't let him get past. Teddy Orton makes the stop on the catch by number 2. Call out the name of Jackson Utzman. And the junior for Daniel Boone advances the football to the 35-yard line, picks up 5. 2nd down, Boone just got started. Up front, Mason Ball, Bradley Cannon, the 2 defensive ends are their hosses. Looks like Hughes is out there, and we'll get that 4th man out there in a minute. On a 2nd and 5, Daniel Boone from their 35-yard line, no score, first quarter opening drive. Handoff left side, big hole to the 40. He'll take it out to about the 43-yard line for Daniel Boone, 1st down. Running back number 15, that would be Aiden Reiner, had 3 and maybe 4 touchdowns against Cherokee. He'll move the sticks, Coach. Nice run by Reiner, working off between the left guard and left tackle.
Was able to scrape over and make the play, but looked like that may have been a bigger play if he hadn't been able to make that tackle.
So it brings up a 1st and 10, Daniel Boone. They'll mark the football. Let's see. They'll say the ball's going to be on the, man, what a nice facility this is. You can, man, get used to calling games here. It's pretty good. 43-yard line, although I like Citizens Bank Stadium a whole lot better. We'll be there next Friday night against Granger. Single setback, 3 to the near side. Jenkins will hand off. He'll power his way to the 45 to the 50. Dragon bodies the 45 down to the Cyclone 44-yard line. Right up the gut, big hole for Reiner. Our defense stopped that time by the linebackers, but not for a big chunk of real estate, Coach. Down to the Cyclone 43-yard line, 1st down.
Yeah, got to tighten up a little bit there in the inside. Again, we talked about it last week. Our front, our down linemen have got to be able to draw some double teams to keep those linemen off the linebackers so they're able to scrape and make tackles.
3-man front right now with the Cyclones. 1st and 10, Boone taking it right down the field here. They're spotted at the Cyclone 43-yard line. Man in motion from near side to far side. Jenkins, your QB. Jenkins lets him get set. And he'll hand off to Reiner again. Another big hole.
Oh,
He'll
sure.
crack it, but this time we slam it shut. Good job with the Cyclone to the 40-yard line. Up off the play, Mason Ball. Also at the bottom of the play, call out 63. Great stop by Eli Guess, the 6'2", 215 junior for the Cyclones coach at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was a much better defensive play right there. Again, this linemen were able to occupy some of those offensive linemen, and we were able to scrape and make the play.
Hello, Joseph Taylor. Hello to Dr. Ibrahim watching down in Orlando, Florida from the 40-yard line. Hand off, and he'll crack it and roll up the back of one of his hogs and shove back at the 35, 36-yard line. Good pursuit that time with the men in white. At the bottom of the play, Wesley Shankles. Way down the bottom of the play, 67. Our man from last week, Landon Hughes, and also Eli Guess. Guess has been active already, Coach. Puts it at the 30, 36-yard line. Brings up a, third down, Coach, and 3 or 4?
Yeah, third and about 3. This is a big down for the Cyclone defense right here. We really need to stiffen up right here and make Boone think about what they want to do on a fourth down play.
Clock, 9:09, first quarter, no score, opening drive of the ballgame. Beautiful, beautiful day here in the hills of East Tennessee. Goodness gracious, couldn't draw it up any better. Puts a man in motion from far side to near side for Boone. He'll set up here in the slot to the near side. It'll be a handoff up the middle to Reiner. He's got the first down. I think he does. He cracks it, gets that one extra shove and surge, and he'll get it stopped by Bradley Cannon, number 80 for the Cyclones. But Boone will move the sticks. It's a Daniel Boone first down, Coach.
Yeah, but that three-play series right there was much better. I just was able to fall across to get the first down, but I think the Cyclone defense is kind of settling in now, kind of seeing what Boone, how they want to attack them.
It's like a heavyweight fight out here, folks. I'm telling you. So it is a 1st and 10 at the ball at about the 32-yard line. No score first quarter. Jenkins on the bubble swing.
Yes.
Got him. Great job. Way to read it perfectly. Mason Ball. Right there in the little jet sweep. He tossed it to number 21. He had a little head of steam, Ryland Trout, and Mason Ball out of nowhere slams the door and sacks him back at the market of the 40-yard line. Great read, Coach, by a big 82 Mason Ball.
Yeah, he read that all the way and stepped across the line of scrimmage and blew that one up. Now the defense really has to step up right here and not let them get a lot of yards here on second down.
Second down, they lose it back to the 40-yard line. First quarter, no score. Jenkins out of the gun, rolls his way. Luke Jenkins looking, wants to throw. He'll tuck it. 40. He'll get hit at about the 37 and stop right there. Great tackle by number 7, Zeth Mullins, making the stop for the Cyclones. Mullins, the 5'11", 170 junior. Great read, great stop with Zeth, Coach.
Yeah, that was a great play, great defensive play. Brings up a big third and about 15 right here.
Third down to the 23 to move the sticks here. First quarter to 7:28 mark, no score. 3rd and 15, Boone will send 1, 2, 3. 3 to the far side. The wide side of the field brings back to this side number 2. That'll be Jackson Utzman. Jenkins in a passing situation, rolls out to his right, left, looking, stops, plants, flushed out of the pocket, running, comes back this way, looking downfield, lobs one over top of the coverage, incomplete. Good pursuit in that offense or backfield by number 63. He was back there, Eli Guess. Also, Cannon was back there, and 62, Coach Eli Williams back there, putting the pressure on Jenkins. Had to unload it. 4th and long for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, that was a great defensive series right there. A stop, exactly what we needed after Boone kind of was moving it down the field there on us. Again, that big play by Mason Ball to set up that long yardage, and that's not where really any offense wants to be when it's 3rd and long.
They'll punt the football with Shrewsbury, who is no question one, if not the best, one of the top kickers in the state. He'll get it and get plenty of kick, and it's a high. Man, what a hang time on this one. Just let it hit and bounce. It'll take a Boone roll and get down. Did they down it? And they did, or did they not? Go in the end zone? Let's see.
Yeah, I think it went
end zone.
Yeah.
Still a heck of a hang time, but Shrewsbury, I know Liberty's looking at him, some other schools as well.
No, they've marked it at the 1.
Marked it at the 1. So there we go. 1st and 10 Cyclones for the first offensive set of the football game for the orange and black. Let's say hello to some folks out there. Joseph Ibrahim watching down in Orlando. Hello, sir. Sometimes when he's in surgery, he has us on in the OR, so hello, sir. Kimberly Buck, Selma Bowers, Nett Reese, Holly Pendergrass, Melanie Miller, Mary Calhoun in Elizabethton. We've got the Simmerleys watching in Murfreesboro. Carol Hutchins, Ivy Wallen, Jeff Curtis, Danny Blevins, Danny Birchfield, Sam Shipley, Robert Thomas, Bob Thomas in Dallas watching. Thank you. Can't thank you all enough for being with us. Goodness gracious. How gratifying. All right, 1st and 10 Cyclones from the 1. Coach, who's your QB?
I believe that's Dalton.
Handoff coming up, and he'll get to the 1, maybe the 2. Not much. Cade Russell got the handoff. Boone wants a safety, but I don't think they're going to get that. They got stopped at the 1-yard line. So Cade, again, getting the handoff from Dalton Mitchell. We're at the 1, maybe 1.5 yard line. Not much there on the second down. Clock 6:38 first quarter, no score. Heck of a punt. Here's your weapon, Ben Shrewsbury. Hangs the punt down to the 1 yard line. At the 6:30 mark to go in the quarter. 18 seconds on the play clock. Mitchell hands off, and it's a fumbled football, and I believe, let's see who got it. Daniel Boone. It's either a safety or a touchdown. Touchdown, Boone. Fumbled handoff, and let's see who got it. He's still holding the football. Boone on the fumble recovery in the end zone gets the touchdown. 25 for Daniel Boone. Let's make sure I get him right. Dalton Cloyd, a fumble recovery for Boone. They score first here on a miscue in the backfield by the Cyclones.
We talked in the pregame about, you can't have any turnovers, especially down that deep, and miscommunication on the handoff there, fumbled in the end zone, recovered by Boone.
So fumble recovered for a touchdown. Daniel Boone 6-0. Shrewsbury, virtually automatic, I would think. It is. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. 7-0 first quarter. At the 6:18 mark, you're listening and watching Elizabethton Cyclone football. One of our great sponsors on Cyclone football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursinghome.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back at East Tennessee State, trailing 7-0 in the first quarter. Cyclones get the football on the kickoff of Shrewsbury. Be shocked if it's not it is a return ball to 5. Here he comes up the field to the 15 to the 20. It'll be Jeriah to the 25, Jeriah to the 30, spins to the 32-yard line. Nice return, gives us 12-yard cushion. Anytime coach can get past the 20, it's a positive, and so out to about the 31-32. Nice return by Jeriah Griffin. Boone leads 7-0.
Yeah, so this is, now we've got a little breathing room right here. Let's see what the offense can do. Again, it's hard to tell anything when you're down that tight like we were those first couple of offensive plays. Now you're out here in the open field where you have a chance to do something.
First and 10 Cyclones will mark the football at the 31-yard line. 7-0 Boone first quarter. 6:09 mark. Griffin to the near side. Twin backs behind Dalton Mitchell. He'll put a man in motion from far side to near side. And it'll be a penalty flag. I think it'll be illegal procedure Cyclones. I think we jumped in the backfield. Let's see. Man of the white hat will confer with the line judge, and I think it's going to be a legal procedure. No, it's going to be offside. Cyclones, penalty. So, takes it back to where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark the football at about the 27?
Yep,
Is that right?
27.
27-yard line. First and 15, 6:04 to go in the period, trailing 7-0. Mitchell, backs are split. Baker in motion again from far side to near side. Dalton hands off this way to Nate. Nate tries to get up inside, not much. They pop him pretty good at the 26-yard line. Call out the name of number 7 making a stop for Daniel Boone. That would be Hagan Edwards, the senior linebacker. So Nate the skate gets himself maybe a yard on the play back to the 26, 27-yard line. Second and 15 Cyclones, trailing 7-0 first quarter here. Mitchell, your quarterback. And another flag flies by the Cyclone offense. Flags. See what this one's going to be now. Should be legal procedure, I think, and it is. False start, Cyclones, coach. Up front, you got 77 for the Cyclones. Caden Drain, 79, Josh Hayes.
Sam Bowers
back at center. Right guard number 70, Dylan McDuffie. Get the right tackle here in a second. So another penalty on the Cyclones. Mitchell, long count, hands off to Cade. Cade tries to get outside. Cade's got to the 25. He'll slide his way to about the 27, 28, maybe the 29-yard line. Nice run by Cade. Tackle made. Kirkpatrick making the stop, and also number 32, that would be Henry Hamlin making a stop for Daniel Boone. 7-0. Daniel Boone, clock 5:05 to go first quarter. Third down and a long way to go. We have to get to the 42-yard line to move the sticks here. So Mitchell, check it off. Single setback in the backfield will be Stevens. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Dalton Mitchell down to 10 on the play clock. Puts a man in motion. Stops him as an up back. Hands off to Stevens. Tries to turn the corner. He'll be at the 30. He'll get to the 35. Lower that right shoulder and gets banged out of bounds to the 39-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Landon Kirkpatrick for Boone. Out to about the 39, coach. Going to be far short of the first down. We'll see Mason Williams.
Yeah, it's hard to play when you have 2 5-yard penalties to start the drive. Picked up some nice yardage. The fact that we started, basically second and about 20.
So we started the 1 on the Shrewsbury punt. We fumbled the end zone, and now we get our offensive set here, and we've got to punt the football. Mason Williams, who did a yeoman's job last Friday night down in Greenville. He'll stand at his 25-yard line to punt it away here at the 4:36 mark in the period. Perfect snap. Williams gets a nice twister. Ball's going to take a a Cyclone roll into Boone territory. Down to the 20, keeps trickling down the field at about the 19. Caleb Holzer down at about the 18-yard line. Coach, tomorrow, Tennessee Pitt. What do you think? 3:30 kickoff. Pitt's a 6-point underdog. They're 17th in the country. Tennessee's 24th, so you're at home. You're ranked higher than your opponent, and you're a 6-point underdog. I would think Coach Narduzzi's got him jacked up.
I'm sure that he probably does, but I think that what negates that is the way that the Volunteers lost last year. Felt like they should have won that ball game, and now they have a chance to go back up there. So I think they're going to play with a little chip on their shoulder tomorrow.
Hello, Carolyn Blevins. Hello to Josh Burrow. Hello to Holly Pendergrass and Robbie Norris and Jimmy Pam Eggers, and Felician Russ watching from Florida. Wow, that'd be nice to be. Place to be. 18-yard line. We trail 7-0. Jenkins near hash mark, working left to right. Jenkins, a couple of backs beside him. He'll hand off, and great job that time with the 19. He came off the right side, and there to meet him was number 82, Mason Ball, and also call out to Jenkins. Long count, 13 on the play clock. Jenkins will hand off to Reiner. Reiner to the 20, spins his way to the 24, to the 20, about to the 24-yard line. Another good pursuit by the men in white. Call out the bottom of the pile again. You call out it's got to be Mason Ball. He's the biggest guy there. Yep. Mason Ball makes a stop, coach, to the 24. Call it the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I got about 3rd and 4 here. Cyclones are mixing up that defensive front with a 3-man front and sometimes a 4-man front. And I think that may be giving Boone a little bit of trouble there with those multiple looks.
J.C. Andy's now in there, number 55, one of the tackles for the Cyclones. Third, his coach in about 4. We trail 7-0 first quarter. Like to stop him and get the ball back. Jenkins, 3-step drop, looks. Steps up, flushed out of the pocket, in trouble. They're coming after him, throws down the field, got a man, incomplete. Nearly picked off with the Cyclones. It sailed on him. Orton was there. Shankles was there. The intended receiver is number 15. That would have been and was Aiden Reiner out of the backfield. It sailed on him, and the Cyclones have stopped him again defensively. In Shrewsbury, their weapon will go back at about the 10, coach, and punt this away.
Yeah, I'm sure Luke Jenkins would love to have that one back because he did have number 15 open right there. Just, again, as you mentioned, it kind of sailed on him, and then the next best opportunity to catch it was by number 19, Teddy Orton, and just couldn't come up with it.
So it's Shrewsbury kicking it. It's a twister. Taking the catch. Nope, they're going to back it away and let it bound down the field to about the 20, 25-yard line. And so that's where the Cyclones will set up shop, trailing 7-0 at the 2:53 mark to go in the first period. We're down, aren't we? So what? Now, why would the hard line go out?
Carry, tackle by Landon Kirkpatrick. That run good. 10, Cyclone. Russell on the reception, forced out of bounds by Brayton Blankenship and Hagan Edwards. Brings up 2nd and 7. Intended for Jariah Griffin. Ball's incomplete. Henry Hamlin on the coverage. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. Yeah, but it's got to be.
Mitchell on the carry. Pickup good for 1st and 10, Cyclone. Jariah Griffin on the reception, tackled by Hagan Edwards.